Earlier this year, the legendary icon Melle Mel got some backlash for saying that if Eminem were black, he probably would have made Billboard's top 50. He wouldn't be in the top five of the best rappers. Uh, Curious to know, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't agree. Um, Although you might hear me say in past interviews, and I still hold to this, that Eminem and Kenny G is the same person. But the bottom line is that I have listen, I have a ongoing with the young people in my circle. I have an ongoing Spotify, Apple Music debate called My White Boys versus Your White Boys. So I throw my Michael McDonald, my BGs, my Bobby Caldwells, and I say, bring on your little Justin Timberlakes and all of that. You know what I mean? But the point of the matter is this. Anytime you see, Search is part of this, the Beasties are part of this. Anytime you see a white boy totally jump hands and feet into a culture like hip hop, I'm not talking punk or rock and roll or something else, grunge, and I'm not even talking about that. You see them go in, just like Kenny G jumps into jazz. They not doing that based on being white at all. They kind of going against being white, if there's a such thing. Because I hate racism, so it's just such a most of the time it's a stupid argument unless you're talking about the transatlantic slave trade and some other things. But most of the time, racism is a dumbass argument because there's so many of us that's all mixed up. We don't even know who the hell our grandfathers was. But anyway, anytime you see somebody jump in like that, they ain't jumping in because they white. They not. They're not jumping in and saying, I'm white, and because I'm white, they're gonna put me to the top. They are trying to do the most. When I say they're trying to do the most, I watch Search. I watch the Beasties. They are working basically twice or three times as hard as any black artist. Because let's be honest, if we want to go skill-wise, who we got that's going to stand up to Eminem? It's only a handful of guys that we say, okay, yeah, that's cool. You know, we'll do Buster, yes. We'll do Black Thought, yeah. You know, it's a few cats we'll do. You know what I mean? But the ongoing argument in the black community is that M crushed J on Renegade. I mean, that's an ongoing thing. There's none of my friends that say J crushed Eminem. They say M got on Renegade and killed J. All
So
my
you
friends.
say Eminem is top five? You agree?
Yes.
It's top.
I mean, you cannot. Here's what I'm trying to tell you. This is what I'm saying. Move the color out of the way and let's just talk skill. Because listen, I get condemned by my friends all the time. Like, I make records all the time. A beat will come in and I'll be, man, I wish I was a rapper. And my friends would be like, what are you talking about, D? I said, man, if you gave this to Black Thought or you gave this to so-and-so, they would kill us. I don't even know. You gave this to Talib, he would kill us. I don't even know what to do with this beat. So I got to find something that works for Daddy-O. You understand what I'm trying to say? I can't get on them Black Thought Beanie Siegel type beats. I can't do it because I don't know how to do it. I don't even know if I want to know how to do it, but I'm just saying, because I know I'm good enough at what I do. I know I'm good enough at being Daddy-O, and that's good enough for me. Because I came up, listening to the Fantastic Five, to the Cold Crush 4, to the Treacherous 3. Everybody wasn't the same. And no disrespect to Sunshine, right? Or Special K, but they not Mo D. And we knew that. No disrespect to the other three members of the Cold Crush, but they not Cash. And we knew that. But we still love JDL. We still love KG. We still love what you call them, AD. So the bottom line is that everybody kind of holds their position. But when a guy is great, a guy is great. Billboard ain't thinking, trust me, man. If Billboard was thinking about race, most things would be different.
Well, listen, I want to thank you for coming on. It's really incredible to talk to you. And again, the Stop Self-Destruction Project and movement, you and Chuck D are working together on it. I would tell you, like I said, I'm from Philly. It was bad when I was
Right.
growing up. It was
It's
bad.
bad now.
And
Philly crazy.
I couldn't even have predicted, Daddy-O, that it would get even
Oh,
worse.
hey,
I
look,
couldn't even have predicted this.
Philadelphia is one of our main talking points when we talk about this project because we're talking to, like we say all the time, we want to talk to the mayor. So, everybody went through this whole thing between Walker and Warnock. Okay, Warnock, you won. What are the numbers look like today in Atlanta as far as deaths are concerned? And it's the same thing we feel about Philadelphia because bottom line is if we can't get in there and help these kids to stop killing each other, none of us are doing any damn good. Okay. And I'm not asking the young people to do that in particularly. I'm going to help them. I'm going to help them. I'm going to take a young rapper. I'm going to tell him that you standing on the block. Your homie just got shot up. He got hit 7 times. You jump in the ambo with him. Now they done took him into emergency. They not allowing you in there. You in the waiting room. You're pacing. You don't know if he's going to live or die. Give me 8 bars. That's all I need. You understand? I need that line that Kodak is talking about a little deeper, that you actually didn't want to try no perk. You tried perk, and now you what does it feel like before you passed out and they robbed you? I need that feeling. I took it. Boom. I knew I was seeing them. Next thing I know, all I need is 8 bars. And so that's where we at with it. We want to explain to people that young people are in pain so that they can come to the help of these people. One of the things we're doing with this project is we're partnering with a whole bunch of nonprofits that's doing the real work. So we'll take a guy like Moneybag Yo, we'll make a record called Where Did All My Money Go and lock him into a financial literacy program. Maybe we put him with Boyce Watkins, who's doing the same thing. You see what I'm saying? But the bottom line is that we've noticed that the communication amongst age lines and stuff has not happened. So even with our own selves, we're going to do programs like this thing we got called Gangsters and Grandmamas, where we want to go into a neighborhood like a Philadelphia neighborhood, put 10 or 12 people at a table. There's a gangster there, there's a grandmama there, there's a postal worker there, and let's just have the conversation. We'll tape it. Maybe it becomes a Netflix special. Maybe it just is on the news. Maybe it's just on your show. Don't matter to us, as long as somebody sees it. But the bottom line is that we need to start this communication. Chuck and I feel strong enough to be the guys to start that.
So, can folks support? How can they support the Stop Self-Destruction
I
Project?
just say, you know what? Just keep an eye. At this point, just follow me and Chuck on Instagram. He's Mr. Chuck D. He's Mr. Chuck, I think. He's just Mr. Chuck PE. I'm Professor Daddy-O. Follow us on Instagram. We're gonna start putting together some web properties. Right now, we're just formulating the records. We only have 1 record finished. We're doing a series. The first record is myself, Toby and Wigway, Chuck D, Big Crit, West Side Boogie from Eminem's crew, and then Toby is the producer, so he's determining which girls to put on the record.